No, bro. I don't know. Hello? Hello? I'm busy right now. I'll call you later. Hmm. Bank person only, okay?
We don't ask anything.
Live is starting. Okay, so see. So what we learned yesterday, that is the list, right? What we saw yesterday, that is the list. Inside the list, we saw many properties. Whatever properties the list interface have, that all the properties apply for the array list, linked list, vector, and the stack. So first property we saw that is the list is a index-based data structure. Means if we add the values, it will be add the values on the base of index. First, if value if we add means where it will be add in which index it will be at? Zeroth index. Second value if we add means first index, like that it will be at. It will allow the heterogeneous type of value. Heterogeneous means different types of value we can able to add into the list interface. After that duplicate value it will be allowed or not? Yes, duplicate value also it will be allowed. After that multiple null values it will be allowed. Yes. After that insertion order it will maintain. Sorting order sorting order it will not maintain. And two classes are the synchronized classes and two classes are the non-synchronized classes. Which are that? Array list and linked list are the non-synchronized, vector and stack synchronized. Inside the stack we saw multiple methods, like if you want to add or if you want to remove any element, if you want to search any element, or if you want the topmost element we saw into the stack. So push we saw why we are using push method to add the element, pop to remove the element, and after that search if you want to search any element we can use the search. After that pick why we are using, it will return the topmost element, right? And after that empty. If our stack is empty, that time it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so same like that we have a set interface as well. Okay, inside the set interface we have a hash set, linked hash set, and the tree set. So these are easy only. If I tell you in short, means inside the hash set it will not follow insertion order as well, and it will not follow the sorting order as well. But inside the linked hash set it will follow the insertion order. Okay, it will follow the insertion order, and inside the tree set it will follow only the sorting order. Okay, this is the three classes we have. There is hash set, linked hash set, and the tree set. Inside the hash set, it will not follow sorting as well as sorting order as well as the insertion order. Linked hash set, it will not. It will follow the insertion order. It will not follow the sorting order. And inside the tree set, it will follow the sorting order. And inside the state interface, any classes are there, no? They will not allow the duplicate values. Okay, inside the state interface they will not allow the duplicate values. We saw the difference between the list and the set, right? So inside the list and the set we saw set does not allow to store the duplicate value. So null is a value, right? So we cannot able to store multiple null values into the set interface, right? And set does not follow the insertion order, but we have one class that is the linked hash set that will follow the insertion order. Hash set is not follow the insertion order as well as the sorting order. Linked hash set follow the insertion order, and tree set is not following. Tree set is following the sorting order, not the insertion order. Okay, so we can able to store multiple null values or the null values in any classes, right? Here can we add the null value? Yes. Here can we add the null values? Here inside the hash set. Yes, we can able to add that. Multiple null values we cannot add. Linked hash set. Yes, inside the linked hash multiple null values we cannot able to add. One null value it will be allowed. After that tree set, inside the tree set it will be allowed null value. No, no. On the one also it will be not allowed. Null value is not allowed into the tree set. Not only the one as well. Okay, so these are the three classes hash set. If I want to create a hash set, means how we will create that? New, then hash set. Simple. If you want to use anything, means what we need to do? Simple. We have to create an object. So hash set. Okay. Hash set we have to create. And if you want to add anything, so for that we have one method, that is the hs.add. Everything is same. Only some properties are different. Inside the set, if you are learning set, now remember that it will not allow the duplicate values. Set means it will not allow the duplicate values. Only remember this thing. Okay. And inside the list, what it will be? it will be in this, it is the index based, it will follow insertion order. After that, it will allow the multiple null values, it will allow the duplicate value as well. But inside the state interface, it will not allow the duplicate values. Okay, so I'm using here hash state. So suppose if I want to add the heterogeneous type of values into the hash state, can we able to add them? Yes or no? We will try to add that. First, I am adding the Mohan here. Okay, everywhere I am adding Yuga. Okay, hs dot add, here I am adding 20. hs dot add, third thing, suppose I want to add the true, there is a boolean value. Can we able to do that? Yes or no? Yes, because collection framework is used to, means collection framework allow the heterogeneous type of values, right? So this is also a collection object. Inside the collection object only it will come. No, so this is the collection. Inside the collection only set will become. So here set again hs dot add I am writing here, and suppose if I want to add anything, suppose character I am adding here, some it will also allow that. Suppose if I want to print that, can we able to print this one? hs. So yes, we can able to print that. See, all the things it is printing. But see here, hash state is allowing, I mean hash state is following insertion order or not. So in whatever order we have added the values, in same order it is printing the values or not. No, right? First we are printing much more it is printing, but after that we are printing 20, so it is printing C. Then we are printing true, so it is printing 20 here, right? So it is not allowing the insertion order here. Okay, and it will not allow the duplicate values also. So you will see that. Suppose I want to add this true multiple times. Suppose I want to add this 20 multiple times. So can we try to able, can we able to do that? Can we able to add multiple values into the set? If I run this one, so it will be considered that values only once. If you add multiple times also, so it will consider that value as a 1. So 20, how many times we have already here? That is a 3 times. But how much it will printing? Only 1 time. If you add multiple null values, multiple values inside the set interface, so it will not allow that. Okay, duplicate values is not allowed into the set interface. So hash state we saw that inside the hash state what we saw, it will not follow the insertion order, it will not follow the duplicate values, and on the basis of which, on which basis it will add the values. So see here, hash code values. Okay, on the hash code value, and on the hash code values it will store the values. Okay, state is not an index based data structure, it store the data according to the hash code values. But inside the list we saw that it is a index based data structure, and it is the hash code value, it is based on the hash code values. Okay, after that it will allow duplicate multiple null values or not? Yes or no? Yes. If I add here null value, can we able to add null value here? Yes. So yes, we can able to add that. If I copy this one and if I print this here, so can we able to? No, only once we are printing. Means what are the properties? First,
Not allowed insertion order.
it is not allowed the insertion order. Yes.
Only one null.
It will not allow the duplicate values. We cannot able to add multiple null values inside the hash sheet. After that, heterogeneous type of value we can able to add inside the hash sheet. Another thing, I will show you. All vector, this stack, set, and this is the hash set. Okay, hash set class implements the set interface. It represents the collection that uses hash table for the users. So what you are using is it is using the hash code. On the basis of hash code value it is using, but which table it is using? So which where it is storing, that is the hash table it is using for the storage. Okay, I think CS people knows that hash, what is hash table, right? Hash table it is using to store the values. Okay, after that the objects are inserted based on their hash code values. Hashing is used. Which technique is used to add any values to here? That is the hashing technique is used to store the elements into the hash check. Okay, and it contains only the unique item. That is the duplicate value. It will be not allowed into the hash check. Okay, so that is the all about the hash check. Anyone have any doubt? Yes. Anyone have any doubt? Only one thing is there, it will not allow the duplicate values. Inside the set interface, whole set interface, it will not allow the duplicate values. And here inside the hash set, it will not following the insertion order, and it is not following the duplicate values. Okay. Now we will see the another one, that is the linked set, linked hash set. If you want to achieve the insertion order, that time simply you can use the linked hash shape, because linked hash shape class represent the linked list implementation of the set interface. Okay. Now we will try to add same thing into the linked list linked hash shape as well. Okay. So while how to create a linked hash shape? Links. Sorry, hash hash shape. Huh. That will I that I will. Now it is not needed. But LH I'm writing. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to add the heterogeneous type of value here. So first value I will add is now Java I'm adding. Okay. Yes, Mohan bro. You want to go you want to go somewhere, bro? ls dot add. Then if I try to add character here, can we able to add that? Yes. If I want to add the float value here, can we able to add that? Can we able to add that? Then if I try to add the boolean value here, that is the true. So can we able to add this one as well? And if I print this one, so can it will be print linked hashtag. If I print this one, so see which order it is following. Insertion order it is following. Before that we saw one class. Which class we saw? That is the hash sheet. Inside the hash sheet is following insertion order. It is following sorting order. No. But inside the linked hash sheet, which order it is following? Sort. Insertion order it is following. Okay. Sorting order means either ascending or the descending. So here it is following. That is the insertion order or not. See, first we have added Java, so it is also printing the Java. Then we have added 10, C, and 1.2, so it is printing this thing only. Okay, so this is called as the insertion order. Whatever order we have added the values in same order, it is print as well as it will store the values. That is called as the insertion order. So inside the linked hash it is printing the values or not? It is printing the value. It is following insertion order. Yes, here also. So it's extend the hashed class and implements the set interface. It's extend the hashed. Hashed inside the hashed we saw that, right? Hashed means it will not follow the which order? Insertion order it will not follow, and also sorting order also it will not follow into the hashed. Hashed class it will extend the hashed and it will implement the set interface. Huh? Sorting means either ascending or the descending. If you are adding the multiple values, no there. So it will arrange into the ascending order or descending. In the tree set we have. So we will see that. Okay. So like hash state, it also contains the unique elements only. So we will try to add the duplicate element here. So I will add this Java multiple times. So can we able to do that? Suppose if I write here multiple times 10. If I run this one, so can we able to do that? No, only once. Can we able to add the null values here? Yes or no? Yes. If I run this one, so null it is printing. But if I add multiple times, so can we able to add that? No. See, if I add two times, so it is printing only once. So it will not allow. Hmm. Yes. Loudly you can speak, bro. I can't hear you. After. So here null value. We have two null values added here. So it is not allowing the duplicate values. It will allow only the single. I mean, so that is the unique value. It will be allowed. If you add multiple times also, so it will be considered as a one time only. Okay. So here we added multiple duplicate values. So it will be considered as one. 10 also we have added multiple times. So it will consider as one. And this value also we have added multiple times, but it will consider as a one. So this is a linked hash state, and it is maintain the insertion order and permits the null element here inside the linked hash state. So anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Now another thing is that is the tree set. So how to use the tree set? If you want to use the tree set, how we will use that? New tree set. Simple tree set here. And here if we want to use the it will allow this sorting order. Okay, it is following the sorting order. So how we can achieve the sorting order. So here, if you want to achieve the sorting order, you have to add the only the homogeneous type of values here. Homogeneous type of value means
Only non-primitive.
yes, same type
Same
of
type.
value we have to add it into the tree set. Suppose I am adding here 10 first. Okay. After that, ts dot add I am writing again, and here suppose I am adding 80. Okay. Suppose I'm copying this thing. Right. And suppose I am writing here now that is 0, and then I am writing here suppose 2, and here I am writing 800, and suppose I am writing here 8. So can it will be follow the sorting order?
Yes.
It will follow the sorting order or insertion order.
Follow sorting order.
So see, it is following into the ascending order. So this is called as the tree set. And inside the tree set, if you want to add a null value, so can we able to add null value here? See, add. And if I want to add null value here if I add null value, so it will not allow that. See, if I run this one, wait a minute, it is stuck. Which exception it is giving? Null pointer exception. We cannot able to add a null value into the tree set. Okay, so this is the tree set, and tree uses the tree to use store the data for the storage. Okay, for the storage it is using tree. Okay, this is the data structure part only. Tree uses the tree to store the data. Okay, other like hash set, tree set, it also contains the unique element. If I want to add this element multiple times, suppose I added 80 multiple times, so what it will be given? It will print or not? 3 times it will print or only one time? Only one time. So it will only print the unique item here. Okay. However, the access and retrieval time of the tree set is quite fast. Means if you want to retrieve any value or if you want to access any value, so tree is best for that because here we only allow the that is the homogeneous type of values here. Okay. The elements in tree set stored in the ascending order. Suppose if you add in different order also, so it will arrange your value into the ascending order. And if you want to iterate the value into the descending order, you have to use simply this method, that is the tree set dot descending iterator. So I will tell you first what is the iterator, and after that I will tell you what is meant by the descending iterator. So these are the three classes we saw into the set. So anyone have any difficulties here? First thing, that is the hash sheet. Inside the hash sheet, which property it is following? Hash code is used for storage. After that, inside the hash sheet, it is not following the insertion order as well. It will not follow the sorting order. After that, linked hash sheet we saw. Inside linked hash sheet, insertion order it is maintaining. And after that, we saw the tree set. Inside the tree set, it will follow the insertion order.
No, sorting order
Only
is
sorting
followed.
order it will be followed. Inside tree set, can we able to add null values?
No.
So these are the things we have to say into the set interface only. Okay. Now the array list we will see. So what is meant by array list? So simple array list we saw. Iterator I will give you. Array list. Okay. Suppose into the array list we have added the multiple values, like 10 we have added. Copy and I will paste this one. Here I will add another value. Java I will add it. After that, suppose I am adding it here. Any character value. Here I am adding any float value. Okay, so this value. Now system dot out I print here. AL I print. So it will be print, right? It will be print on the console. So array list is directly printing here on the console. So this is the object directly we are printing on the console. If I want to iterate this element one by one, so how to iterate that? Okay, iteration means one by one element we will take and we will print it on the console. So how to print that? So for that, array list have one method, that is the al dot iterator. Okay, array list have one method, that is the iterator. We have to simple write object dot iterator. If you write, so it will return the object of the iterator. Okay, it will return the object of the iterator. So suppose I am storing here, so which object I have created here, that is the iterator. We have array list of the method, that is the list inter all the list interface, no, whatever classes we have, all the inside the list interface we have one iterator. So that iterator will return the object of the iterator class. So this is the object of our iterator. So with the help of this iterator, we can print the value. So how we'll print that? So for that simple, I'm using here while loop. Okay, while loop I'm using here. And inside the iterator, we have three main methods. So first one is there's the iterator dot as next. Okay, it will return boolean value. If there is any element, it will return false. If after that any element is not there, it will return true. Sorry, if there is any element, so it will be return true. If there is no element, so then it will return false. So this method is return only true or false. Now system.out I'm writing here again, and if I write here iterator dot next. Okay, now if I print this one, so this will return a element. This will return element, and this will return boolean value, that is the true and the false. If I run this one here, so you can easily iterate our program. Okay, so this type we can iterate our array list one by one. Now how it will be work? So suppose if I copy this thing from here, you will come to the page. Okay, and here what we are doing, simply I am printing this one. So what we are using here, that is the iterator. So how iterator will be work? If I adding here, so where we are adding this element, we are adding this all the element into the single object. We are adding this all the element into the single object. That is the purpose of our array list, right? So here that is the collection. So simple, it will be create the object like that. And inside the object, it will add this all the things like this one, that is first value which we have, 10 we have. After that, Java we have. After that,
C
C. Then
1.2
1.2. Then
true.
true we have. Then again, we don't know how much we have. Okay, so here, so what it will do, if you use iterator, so it will work on the cursor whenever you use the iterator, no, so it will work on the cursor. So if you are using iterator, if you create an iterator, so that time one cursor will be generated. Okay, that time what will happen, one cursor will be generated like that. Okay, if you create a iterator, that time this cursor will be found out this empty space. If you are using here iterator dot has next method. Okay, if you are using iterator dot has next method, so what it will be do, this cursor will shift to the another space. Then it will be asked to the space like, do you have any element or not? So see here, any element is there or not? Yes, we have any element. So here, if you have any element, no, so what it will do, it will return true here. Yes, we have an element, right? It will return true here, that is the iterator dot hatch next. So we have any element here, so yes, we have element. So it will return that, it will return true from here, and after that it will become inside iterator dot next. So what we are doing here, simple, when whatever cursor, the cursor is pointing up to 10, so it will return this element. The first time it is returning the boolean value. After that, what it will be do? It will return the element. So which element it will be return? That is the 10. Then again this cursor will shift to the this empty space. Okay. Then again we are calling this method, that is the iterator dot as next. So when this loop will be stopped, whenever our condition will be false, that time our loop will be stopped. Okay. So now this cursor is here into the empty space. Now this method will become iterator dot has next. So this cursor will shift to the another space. So it will be asked to this one. Iterator dot has any element is there. Yes, this cursor is pointing to any element. So which element we have? That is the Java. So what it will be written here? Java or true? True. It will return true. This method will return true false, and this method will return only the element. Okay, element it will be returned. So if this return true, then it will become here itr dot next. So this will return a element. So this will return an element here. After that, this element, this cursor will shift to this empty space. Again, this method will be called itr dot next, and this element, this cursor will shift to our another point here. Then again, it will be asked any element is there. So yes, we have element. It will return true from here. It will go inside iterator dot next. So it will return the value. So which value we have? C, and the cursor will shift to the empty space again. Again, we have a method, that is the iterator dot has next. So it will be shift to the again through this point, that is the 1.2. So it will ask again any element is there. Yes, it will shift to this point, that is the 1.2. So any element is there. Yes, we have element again. So it will return true from here. It will become here, and it will return the element. So which element it will be returned? 1.2. Okay, then it will become here again to space. Then again it will be called this method. At last it will be point to this method, this one. Okay, at last it will point to this one. and whenever this will return this element, it will again this cursor will shift to this point. Okay. After that, again this method will call itr.has next. This cursor will shift to another thing. Any element is there now?
False.
No. So this time it will return false, and our iterator will stop here only. Our while loop will stop here only. So this time our iterator will be 1. So anyone have any doubt here? Yes. Has next will only return true or false. Has next method will return only true or false. If any element is there, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Only the cursor will move. That's it. First time the cursor will point out to this one. Whenever this hash next method will call, then cursor will shift to the this point. Okay. Then again this itr.next method will call. This cursor will shift to the another. It will return the element, and after that it will shift the cursor to the another point. Okay. Iterator. This one. Okay. So what is the thing now? Inside the list interface, we have one iterator. Inside difference between, I told you, like I will tell you that later. See here, we can iterate the list elements by iterator and the list iterator. If you want to iterate one by one, if you have collection object, inside the collection object, if you have multiple elements, and if I want to iterate that elements one by one, so for that simple we will use the iterator. So inside the list interface, we have two iterators, that is the iterator as well as the list iterator. But inside this set, we have only one iterator, that is the iterator only. Okay. So here, how it will be done? Simple list have the iterator. So if you want to get that, for that, what we will use? Simply we will use the object. This is the object of the collection object, right? This is the collection object we have. That is the AL. So with the help of that object, we will simply call the method, that is the iterator method. And this method will return one iterator object. So we are calling that class here, and we are creating this object only here. Okay. Simply I am creating the object of the iterator here, and with the help of the iterator object, simple I am calling first has next method, and after that I am calling the next method only. Okay. So this is the iterator. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt here till now? Okay. So now in here, so we have another iterator as well, right? That is the iterator as well as the least iterator. So what is the use of the least iterator? See here, if you use here only the iterator, so we have only here, that is the has next method. If you are using the least iterator, now I am using this. Suppose if I have al dot least iterator, see, we have list iterator method as well. So it will return the object of the list iterator. So I am writing here lit here. Okay, this is not the liter, this is the literator, list iterator. Okay, so here what I am doing is, with the help of list iterator, I will see which are the methods which are present inside the list iterator. So liter dot, see here, has next and has previous also, right? Inside the if you use iterator, there it have only the one method, that is the has next. But if you are using the list iterator, it have the another method, that is the has previous as well. So we can iterate the loop in the iterate the that collection object in the forward direction also, in the backward direction also, with the help of list iterator. But if you have only the iterator, that time we can iterate the loop only in the forward direction, because it have only one method, that is the has next method. But list iterator have another method as well, that is the has previous. Means we can iterate the collection object with the backward direction also, right? With the help of list iterator. And set interface have only one thing, that is the iterator. So we can iterate the element into the set with the help of in the forward direction only, not the backward direction. And here inside the list interface, if we create the object with the help of list interface, so we can iterate that object in the forward direction as well as the backward direction also. Okay, so this is the list set we saw, and after that iterator also we saw. So anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? No. So now see. Now the another thing is that another thing is pending. Only small thing is pending here. That is the generic. So what is meant by generic? Anyone knows what is meant by generic? Generics. See, I will tell you the generics. So generics. Okay. So why we are using generics? Suppose if you have created the error list here, and here we are trying to add the heterogeneous type of value inside the collection object. We can add only the heterogeneous type of value. Suppose I want to add here inside the array list. Suppose I want to add only the string type of value. I don't want to allow the integer type of value. I don't want to allow this character type of value or the this float type of value. I want to add only the string type of value here. So that time simple we are using the generics. Okay, that time simple we are using the generics. How we will use that? See here, this is the less than and greater than equals to is here. So in between that we have to write here the wrapper class, any wrapper class. Suppose if you want to allow any suppose if you want to allow the string, so for that simple you can write here string. Suppose if you want to allow the integer, so integer you have to write here, that is the wrapper classes you need to write here. If you write integer means it will allow only the integer type of value. Suppose if you are writing here string means it will only allow the string type of value. See, it is giving error here also, here also it is giving error, here also, and here also, and here also. Okay, if you want to add the same type of value into your collection object, that time simple you can use the generics. Now if you are writing here string means you can able to add only the string type of value here. See here, if I add 10 here, that is the integer type of value, so can it will be allowed? No. If I add here into the string like C++ if I add, so now it is allowing that, right? Here the character it is not allowing, float is not allowing, the true, then this one is the double, or we can say it is an integer, it is also allowing that. Okay, it is not allowing that, it is only allowing now the string type of value. Okay, suppose if I write here character means only character value it will be allowed. See, there is the character value it is allowed. Okay, so this, that's why we are using the generics here. If you want to add same type of value here, so for that we are using the generics. Okay, and there are three advantages, that is the type safety. We can hold only single type of objects in the generic, it doesn't allow to store the other objects. Suppose if you are writing here character, so it will allow only the character value, it will not allow the string value or the float value or the boolean or anything. If I write here boolean means it will only allow the boolean value. It will only allow the boolean. And remember this thing. Here you have to write the wrapper classes. Okay, boolean for boolean you have to write boolean. String you have to write string. Char you have to write character. Okay. So
At a time we can use two data types
no,
like
no, no, we cannot able to use that. Only single type. Here we are using that for that purpose. We can hold only single type of object in the generics. Okay, it doesn't allow the store. Doesn't allow to store the other object. Another, this type casting is not required. So what is meant by type casting? Suppose if we have a only object here. Suppose if we have an object here, inside the object we have multiple things like C++, string we have, then character, 1.2 of true. Suppose I want to get this value, that is the true value I want to get it. So how we will get that? AL dot get.
get.
Okay, and index we have to use. In on which index it is present? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I am getting that 4 here. Okay, now I want to store that boolean value here. Boolean. Suppose I am writing a value. Oh, sorry. Boolean I am using. Okay, so can we able to store this value here? It is giving error. Why? As I told you before, if you are adding value here, so this is not a string, this is not a character, this is not a float, this is not a boolean. What is this? These all are the objects only, and we are adding that object into the boolean type of variable. So can it will be allowed? No, right? So what we need to do? We have to convert that. So how we will convert that? Simple, we have to typecast into the boolean. We have to write like this. Okay. If you typecast that one, it will directly store into this value. Okay. Now I'm converting that object into the boolean first, and after that boolean value I'm able to add into the value variable. That is the boolean type of variable I'm adding. Suppose I'm writing here value here directly. So now can we able to do that? Can we able to print this one? What is the value of value here? Huh? 4 or true?
True.
True, no? Here it will be print true. So here if you want to get any value, so we have to typecast anything, because it will all be considered as a object here. And if you are getting that value, so it will not directly add into your variable. So if we use here, suppose generics now. Suppose I use here generic, that is the boolean. Okay, I used here boolean value, and suppose I only add the boolean values here. Suppose I am removing this thing. Suppose I am only adding the boolean values here, because if we use generics in that time it will not allow the another values, right? So here I am only allowing the boolean value. Suppose I want to get the value here, that is the first value I want to get it. So how we will get that? Suppose simple we have tried al dot get, and here we have tried the index. In index we can write, we have all are the boolean values here only. So I at the zeroth index, if we get it, so which value it will be stored? This value to. Now I want to store into the boolean variable. Can we able to store that here directly? Yes, we can able to store that or not? No. If I run this one, so it is printing on the console. So if you are using the generics, so no need to typecast that time. Okay, there is no need to typecast the object. After that, compile time checking means it is checked at the compile time. Suppose if you are writing here string boolean value, and if you are adding here the string value, any string value if I are adding here, so it will not allow that. It is checked at the compile time. It will give you the compile time error only that time only. Okay, so it is good programming strategy to get the error at the compile time only. Okay, so this is all the advantage of our generics. First is the type safety, another one is the typecasting is not required, and another one is the compile time checking. Okay, so this is the generics, and why we are using generics? If you want to add same type of data in our collection object, that time we are simply using the generic. This is the easy only. Yes, so today we saw list and the set and the generics. Now we have another thing, that is the map is same like a set only. See, what is the hierarchy of our set? See, which is the hierarchy? See, first set, then hash set, linked hash set, and sorted set means tree set. Okay, if you see here the map hierarchy as well. See, map, hash map, linked hash map, and here is the tree map. But it will store the values on the basis of key and value pair. Key and value pair means, suppose if you take any example, like suppose if we have many employees in our company, so what we will do? We will store the values on the basis of key and the value like that. On the 101 Sai, then 102 Ramesh. Like if we will give their employee ID and name, employee ID and name. Can we give same employee ID to different people? It will create a problem. If you want to store, if you want to create the salary, so it will be confused for us, like in which id we have to store. So we cannot able to give the same id to everyone. Means we cannot able to use the same key for everyone. It will not allow the duplicate keys. It will only allow the duplicate keys. But suppose if we are adding here at the third position also, if I add it size here, so can it will be allowed? Can we have two person with the same name? Yes, no?
Yes, it's possible.
Yes. ID is different, but we have same name person, right? So it will allow the duplicate value, but it will not allow the duplicate keys. Duplicate keys it will be not allowed. It will only allow the unique key here. Inside the map, what it will be allowed? Suppose if I add one null value here, inside the key if I add one null value, so can it will be allowed? It will be allowed. But if you are adding one time only, it will be allowed. Suppose if you are adding multiple times here, so can it will be allowed this time? No. One time only it will be allowed. If you add multiple times, so it will be not allowed. Okay. So this is the our key and value. And inside the value, if you add here the null value. Suppose if you are adding here null value, so can it will be allowed? Yes or no? Yes, it will be allowed. Suppose I am adding another null values here. Can it will be allowed? Yes. If I add multiple null values, another null value I am adding. So yes, it will be allowed. We can add multiple null values, but we can not able to add multiple null keys here inside our map. Okay. And whatever properties we saw inside the set now, same property will apply here as well. And whatever methods, if you want to add any element into the collection, which method we are using? If you want to add any element into the collection object, which method we are using? Add method. Add element. No? Add method only. Okay. Add method. Same method we have here also, but name only change. That is the put method. There is a add all method. Here we have put all method. Okay. Remove method is same. Remove method is same only. Then entry and this clear. Clear means if you want to clear your object, that time simple you can use the clear. If you want to show you how to create a map, simple we can come here, and here we are right. So how to create a map? Simple. We have to create an object, and which classes we have? Hash map, linked hash map, and the tree map. Here also same thing it will be follow. So new hash map. Okay, and HSM ID. See here how we need to add the values. So here we have to add the values in the basis of key and the value pair. So HS dot add method we have to use, or put method we have to use? put method. Okay, if you are using maps, that time you have to use the put method. So suppose at the one position we have a Mohan here. Okay, and after that if I use same thing. Okay, so here if I add on the second position, I am adding suppose here the Babu. Okay, your best friend. Huh? After that here Vamsi I am adding. Okay, I am adding this. Okay, but if I use multiple null keys here, that is the duplicate null keys if I write here, so can it will be allowed? If I want to, if I want to credit the salary, so if I want to create the salary into the first employee, so to whom it will be credited? For Mohan also, for whom Vamsi, for me also, another Mohan also it will be credited. So it will be not allow the multiple null keys. Only one null key it will be allowed. Okay. So here I am adding 3, here I am adding 4, and here I am adding 5. Okay. If you are printing this ones, how you will print? System.out, and simply you can print this. So it is printing on the console. If you want to iterate that, so how we will iterate that? If you want to iterate the map, how we will iterate that? So for that we have a iterator, but directly hash map we cannot iterate. So we have to convert this hash map first into the set. After that we can use them. So how to convert this hash map into the set? So here we have to use yes hash set, then entry set. It will be converted into the state first. There is the entry set. Okay. After that, this entry set you can iterate them because entry set have an iterator. Yes. Yes. Entry set dot iterator. Right. We can write it iterator here. It will return one iterator ITR, and with the help of this ITR, we can iterate the element easily. How? While loop we will use, and while loop have three methods.
Boolean.
Yes, first method is ITR dot as next, and after that we have one method here system.out, and here itr dot next. If you print this one, so one by one you can iterate the values. You cannot directly iterate the hash map. If you want to iterate that, you have to convert that set hash map into the set first. How to convert that? With the help of entry set method. Okay, it will convert the hash map into the set. So we are converting that into the set, and set have the iterator. We knows that. Okay, so with this set, with the help of this entry set, we are return the iterator, and with the help of iterator, we can simply iterate our map. Okay, so this is the hash map. Same like that we have a linked hash map. The same like that we have a tree map. So it will also follow the, it will not follow the same like that. No, whatever properties we saw into the hash set, linked hash set and tree set, same properties apply here as well. Hash map will not follow the insertion order. I have added here into the insertion order, that's why it is following that. Okay, after that here it will not follow the linked hash set, will follow the insertion order, and tree set will follow the sorting order. That is the three things we have that is here inside the map. But here it will add the value, means we can add the values into the key value pair into the map only. And if you want to add any values, put method we can use. If you want to add multiple values, means from another collection of object, if you want to add into the our collection object, for that we have a method, that is the put all method. If you want to remove, then remove method. Then key set I will tell you later. Then we have entry set also. So entry set why we are using? If you want to convert the map into the set, for that we have a entry set method. Okay, so try this one by yourself. Okay, we have to start the